Welcome to Lesson 6, where we'll be learning how to deal with vertical and horizontal lines.
The word vertical means going up and down. The word horizontal means going left and right. And these are two special cases that we kind of talked about their slopes already, and now we're going to talk about their equations. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to plot some points. We're going to plot 2, 5, 2, 3, and 2, negative 4. And we're going to notice that this set of points makes a line, but it's a vertical line. It's a straight up and down line. There's no slope to it, no angle. So these make a vertical line, and what you're going to notice about them is that all of them have an x-coordinate of 2. The x-coordinate is the same for all these points. Now, because all of the x's are 2, the y doesn't really matter, because look, this point's on the line too. So is this point, so is this point, so is this point. All these points, and they all have x's of 2. So that's all you're going to do to name the equation. You're just going to say, well, x is always 2. X equals 2. Doesn't matter what y is, x is always 2. And that's your equation. There's no y equals mx plus b form to it or any special form. It's just x equals 2. That means a vertical line. Now, next one, we're going to plot some more points. Negative 4, negative 3, 1, negative 3, 3, negative 3. And same thing on this one, you're going to notice that all these points are making a horizontal line this time. All going in the same direction here, horizontally. So these make a horizontal line, and what you might expect is that they all have something in common again. In this case, it's all of their y-coordinates. They're all negative 3. So the y-coordinate is the same for all these points. Well, you might have an inkling of what this equation is going to be based on what the previous one was, but think about it. All of these points are going to have a y equal to negative 3. Doesn't matter what x is, we know that y equals negative 3, and that's going to be our equation. So for vertical lines, you're going to have an x equals equation, and for horizontal lines, you're going to have a y equals equation. For a horizontal line, y equals a number is how you're going to write the equation. That's what a horizontal line looks like. For a vertical line, we're going to have x equals a number.
And this is what a vertical line looks like.
They're going to start asking us for horizontal lines and vertical lines and their slope. Well, let's remember slope man. Slope man would say a horizontal line has 0 slope. A vertical line has an undefined slope, as we've talked about in previous lessons. So now we're just going to take this information and use it to do some graphing. X equals 3, it's vertical because it's a x equals equation. So this is vertical, x equals. They're telling you x equals 3. So we're going to go 3 on the x-axis, and we're going to draw some more points that have 3 as the x, and here they are. They're just all in the shape of a vertical line. You don't need to plot all those points. As soon as you know what the x is and you know it's a vertical, just graph that line. Y equals negative 2. Well, this is going to be a horizontal because it's a y equals. So y equals negative 2. We're going to go to negative 2 on the y-axis and plot a horizontal line. X equals 0. It's an x equals, so it is vertical. And we're going to start at 0 on the x-axis, and we're going to draw a vertical line. That's it. Now they ask us to state the slope of each of these equations above. All verticals are undefined, all horizontals are 0. So we have undefined, 0, undefined off of those 3 graphs. They ask us to write the equation of the vertical line that passes through the point 5, negative 3. Well, vertical lines are all x equals lines. So you know it's x equals something. Well, look at the ordered pair. X comma y, x is 5. That means x is always 5. You can tell just from the point. Because if I were to plot this point, 5, negative 3 would be somewhere over here. This is 5, and it'd be a vertical line at x equals 5. Next one asks us to write a horizontal line. Well, horizontal lines are all y equals. So this is y equals. If you want to know what y is, look at the ordered pair. Negative 3. That's it. That's the equation. You don't need fancy mx plus b type equations here. It's just x equals for vertical and y equals for horizontal. Number 11, they ask us, does this point 8, 4 lie on the line x equals 4? Well, here's the issue. X equals 4 means all the x's are 4. But this x is not 4. So no, this doesn't fall on that line. The line x equals 4 means every x in the equation is 4. Every point has an x of 4. So this point doesn't have an x of 4, so no.
Because the x is not 4.
Now, this next equation, y is supposed to equal 2. So any point that has y equals 2 would be on the line. Well, this guy has a y equals 2, so yes, the answer is yes.
Because the y is 2.
13 through 15, we're just writing equations. This is a vertical line, meaning an x equals line. And the x is 1, 2, 3. It's at 3, so x equals 3. This next one, it's a horizontal line. So y equals, and it's at 1, 2, 3, 4 on the y-axis. So y equals 4. And then finally, we've got a vertical line. So it's a x equals, and we're at x equals negative 1, 2, 3, 4. So x equals negative 4.
Well, there wasn't a whole lot to this lesson. So the biggest takeaway would be if you have a y equals a number line, that means it's a horizontal line. And if your equation's written x equals a number, then it's a vertical line. If you came away with anything else, write it down now. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next lesson.